Some breaking news just moments ago. FBI agents are seen searching the home of President Trump's former national security advisor, John Bolton. I want to go to our chief Washington correspondent, John Carl. And John, this is the latest indication the Trump administration is targeting the president's political enemies.
I mean, Bolton was very high on the president's enemies list. Federal agents searched his home just a short while ago. In this video we have, you can see federal agents descending upon his home this morning. They conducted the search. He was not at home. Sources familiar with the matter tell ABC News that the FBI carried out this search, and they did it related to allegations that Bolton is in possession of classified records. George, while the search was underway, FBI Director Kash Patel posted on social media, "No one is above the law. FBI agents are on a mission." Now, some people would say that mission is retribution. Bolton had become a prominent critic of President Trump. The administration had already stripped him of his security detail despite an ongoing threat from Iran. And less than 2 weeks ago, George, on This Week, I asked Bolton if he was worried that he would be the subject of retribution, further retribution from President Trump. He told me he considers this the, quote, retribution presidency.
And John, of course,
George.
President Trump was indicted for taking classified documents to Mar-a-Lago.
Indicted for taking a lot of classified documents to Mar-a-Lago and hotly contested the idea that his home was searched for those documents.
John Carl, thanks very much.
The script. The script. Former national security advisor to Trump turned enemy. And, you know, of course, they got that John name. Donald John Trump, John Robert Bolton, John Bolton, American attorney, diplomat, Republican consultant, and political commenter. Bolton served as the United States Assistant Attorney General, even for President Ronald Reagan. How about that? Donald. What a script. Now turned enemy of Trump. They have butted heads. And now you see the script play out and you see the connections between the two characters. You see it right there with the name John. And can we get some detail? I want a little bit of detail. National Security Advisor. Let's see. It looks like, and hey, look, look, when I put National Security Advisor in, look at this. You got to see who pops up. It's a guy named Michael Waltz. So you get Wall in there, like Trump Wall. Let me show you this. I don't know if that guy's the current one. But look at this. Waltz, like Trump Wall, or like Tim Walz. Look at that. Right? So businessman. Oh, he's the former. So that's this guy, Michael Walls. But what I want to know exactly what a national security advisor does. Serves as the president's chief in-house advisor on national security matters, managing the flow of information. Oh, okay, blah blah blah, right? Blah blah blah. So let me show you, like, there's so many connections here with this guy and Trump. Now the FBI raids his home and office. They say he has some classified documents. Okay, so they got that name John, right? Now look at how this guy's got the Joe Biden birthday. You get JB with both of them, John Bolton, Joe Biden. You see that? The November 20 birthday, obviously Biden is connected to Trump. right? Very obvious. If you've paid attention to any political news um, over the last several years, right? And I want look at there. Bolton's born in 48. Donald Trump equals 48 in the language. And what do you think? You get another 48 with the 148. You see that? National Security Advisor 148, like Donald J. Trump. You see that? So we get another story connected by the numbers to Trump. It's, it's usually like it's going to be a death. It's going to be, in this case, someone's house getting raided. So it's all different forms of a downfall. And I mentioned in my last video is because we had the Mastodon guitarist die, the heavy metal band Mastodon, right? So we had a death in that case. Now this guy's home gets raided and his office. So what is this all leading up to? I mean, what is this all leading up to? Is there any positive stories with anybody connected with Trump? I mean, I don't know. But you see the 48, 148, 148, former national security advisor, even as 148. National security advisor. Did I say former? National security advisor. You see the 148, like Donald J. Trump, okay? And you see right there, ex Trump national security advisor. So he's born in 48, so he's 76 years old, is John Bolton. His birthday's got 76 numerology, and Donald John Trump equals 76. This is just, it's the language, you get birthdays involved. Okay, this guy has a home in Maryland. Even Maryland has the 88 and 47 like Trump. And I think he might have had a sister with the name Mary. Possibly. Don't quote me, but something something like that. Don't quote me on that though. Even, White House, government, president all have that 47. The 47th president to go along with the 45th. Just look at how all of this stuff connects. Trump is born in 46. John Bolton equals 46. I wonder if there's a Michael Bolton connection. Donald 23, John Robert Bolton, his full name 203, like 23. John Robert Bolton's got the 229, like 29. Trump equals 29. Right? I mean, look at that. And this is even a 2-month, 30-day span from Bolton, from this rating Friday to his birthday, which again is the Biden birthday, 2-month, 30-day span. And 230 is like 23, Donald 23, like John Robert Bolton 203, which is like 23. And you see the name right here, John Robert Bolton, right? And he's the 25th. He has served as the 25th United States ambassador to the United Nations from 2005 to 2006. But 25, we're in the year 25. 2005 is like 25. Trump equals 25. Okay? So pretty simple, and you just kind of see some of those. I'm here to bring you the information. I'm not here to entertain. I'm not here to get you all caught up in the big script. Okay? I'm not trying to just like regurgitate exactly what the news tells us and act like it's real. Okay, I'm going to give you what they tell us, and I'm going to simply show you how it's a script. There's a pattern going on with these stories. And it's just, I think it's to keep us all confused and keep us all entertained, or keep us not focused on the fact that we have to work, pay taxes. We have to earn paper money, which is just printed, and it's all just a big distraction. And people we're probably helping people grow wealthy, right, by having to do that. And everything we do is monitored. It's like you can't do nothing private anymore. It's like you have to go through some form of some government, or you have to go, you have to get all these, you have to have a license to do this, you got to have a license to do that. Right? Marijuana legalized. Oh, you need a growing license. Oh, you can only have so many plants, blah 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 blah. Right? So, the script, fake world, right?
Now, this FBI agents raided the home of President Trump's former national security advisor, John Bolton, this morning. David Spunt joins me now. David, what's going on here?
Well, the home and the office. We can add the office to the list of Ambassador John Bolton. He is the former national security advisor that butted heads with President Trump during Trump's first term. This happened about 7 o'clock this morning at Bolton's home, a couple of hours later at his office. Now, we are told by multiple sources this is related to the potential for Bolton having stored classified documents that officials believe he shouldn't have. Now, I want to be very clear to everybody watching right now. John Bolton is not under arrest. John Bolton is not facing any charges, and John Bolton is not in custody right now. We know that he's at his office as authorities continue to take documents out of that D.C. office. We're told that the chairman and ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee were actually told about this in advance, and that CIA Director John Ratcliffe.
Look at how long this video is. 2 minutes, 20 seconds, 220. Donald John Trump equals 220. And I think that other video might have been 1:38, and Donald Trump equals 138. Let's see. Let's see if this plays.
Some breaking news just
Look at that right there. Look, 1:38 down there. Donald Trump 138. You know what I mean? Like right there, bam, Donald Trump 138. Donald John Trump 220. So it syncs up with both those videos. And look, this is everything I entered right there. That's everything, man. Look, that's barely anything. Like no stretch here. No stretch whatsoever on that. That's literally everything I entered. There would be more. There may be more I'm missing, but I mean, I'm just trying to get you this simple. Let's look at the last name Bolton. Let's see. Do you think this guy might? It's not. Maybe he's connected to like Michael Bolton. We just do this on the fly. Nothing I notice. Nothing I notice really there. There may be something down in there, but if I don't catch something right away, I just kind of like leave it alone. I know there's a hockey player named Eric Bolton. This may be kind of a stretch. I don't know. Oh, there's a few Eric Boltons. Singer. Right? I don't really know. Okay, yeah, so I don't really notice any side connections there. But yeah, as a decoder, you always want to look at the name. Well, this guy's born in 76. Look at that. That former hockey player. I don't think he plays no more. Look, he's got the same last name. You just get rid of the U, but it's pronounced the same. Bolton. He's born in 76, and we had that 76 connection here. Right there, John Bolton is age 76. birthday, upcoming 76 numerology, Donald John Trump 76. So just kind of interesting. So yeah, but yeah, as a decoder, look at the name. If it's a famous name, click on it and check it out. Don't let anybody deter you from doing that as a decoder, because that may be one of the secrets they don't want us to know. Is the stuff is all with the language, and then it kind of exposes all of these entities of entertainment. They want us to think that they're all separate, but it's all under one system. All right. Okay, so I may just go down the article. Just sometimes if I don't do that, like say like another 76 might pop up. So I basically just kind of scan and I look for numbers that jump out. We can actually go over here.
Sources say the FBI has been searching the home and office of John Bolton, who served as National Security Officer for 17 months in the first Trump administration. A person familiar with the situation says Bolton was not detained and has not been charged with any crimes, adding the searches are part of an investigation into the handling.
It looks like he had a book. What's this? Oh, okay. FBI Director Kash Patel, who included Bolton on a list of members of the executive branch deep state in a 2023 book he wrote. So there's another 23 right there. I think did we have Donald 23? There was a 203 and a 230 like 23. There's another 23 right there.
Of classified information. They appear to be the most significant public step the Justice Department has taken against a perceived enemy of the president. Bolton clashed with Trump over Iran, Afghanistan, and North Korea. The Justice Department also is conducting mortgage fraud investigations into Democratic Senator Adam Schiff
Can you hear
and
that?
New York Attorney General Letitia James. Mike Hemp in Washington.
All right, so I think you heard that. These are actors right here. This is a stage. It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion, right? But I don't know. Something tells me you're not just going to just come up and get pictures of the FBI. Maybe I'm wrong. And I'm not saying you couldn't do that. I don't know, whatever the script is with the law or whatever and your rights, whatever, but I don't know. I just think they're actors. You know what I'm saying? And you see Trump right there. Trump was right about everything. Okay, so yeah, just FBI searches home and office of ex-Trump national advisor, and again you see him right there, kind of a shady looking character, right? They say he's an attorney, so interesting, huh? Very, very. Look at the first date right there in office as the ambassador to the United Nations. Look, that's JD Vance's birthday, August 2nd. And I started working on this story on August 22nd. So you get 82822. And that Biden connection, huh? Got that Biden birthday as well. He's got the JB initials like Joe Biden.
The Chinese have to look very carefully at the steps they.
Okay, so I appreciate y'all. FBI searches home and office of ex-Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton. Peace.